I'm Jurgen Bey. I'm part of Studio Mackinken Bey, and we do products on different levels, interiors, trying to always bring in the context of the product. Within design it has grown so much that you can talk about design, but you can also see it as athletics, that there's like 100-meter speed, there's like a big jump, there's so many different levels and different situations where design can evolve from. I think that's not the biggest role, because that's like asking a concert hall and not having a triangle, or like a flute and saying, no, we need only this one instrument that it's the best, but that's boring at the end and it will not solve anything. So it is this diversity that makes it so interesting, where you also get like the interaction between different thoughts. I think this open thinking and getting people involved from all the disciplines, thinking over design is really good, but it's also very good to, I think it's still very important also to specialize and to have like spend your life on specific questions, and it's this like general thinking and very specific thinking that will really bring new insights. For myself, I think there has been so much interest in leisure, and I think the whole working society for me is the most important at the moment. And then I think you immediately come to social issues, because if you think about industrial design and industrial products, then it's not just about the product, it's also about the shops where the people come. It's like where the workshop is, how it's made, so, and how things are made, how people make things, and the social issues are really around that. And what happened in the 50s also, that the social behavior of the industry was really high.
Great. How do you think design can tell a better story?
I'm not sure if design has to tell a better story, because I always feel a bit like when you talk about storytelling within design, then it's always about this fantasy. And what I rather like about telling stories, that it is that you don't try to explain how things are, but that you have like a way of communicating, that people more easily listen, more easily get seduced to then behave what the designer would wish to happen. Do we want lifelong quality? That's a question, because I think that the world is going to speed up, and like you're not wanting a life that is just about one thing really going slow. I think it's not possible. So this lifelong quality, you have to ask, can you develop it over short-term thinking? Designers can be involved in society and not just think about like the thing and the person, but more about like how it gets used and how people could change their behavior. And in that sense, I think that design is a very powerful tool, because it's a thing that people like to have. So you could play like the flute as, I don't know the word, but we call it Rattenvanger van Hamelen. But it's the man in the flute, and that gets followed by the rats. And I think that is what design could do quite easily. Well, I think design can involve in these kind of processes by knowing what you want with it. I don't believe that the whole branding thing is really bad and the whole shopping culture is really bad, if you would also think like what kind of landscape you would like to make with it. Like if you could get more oxygen in the city by having a brand that sells really a lot, then that's a possibility. And I think design has these opportunities to develop a new landscape. Enjoyment, probably, because like I think that's the most important thing. And then immediately I think, am I successful? Do I have enough enjoyment, or is there a lot of tension? And that's like a big question to me, I would say. That's a hard question, what my next step will be, because like I feel I'm like in the front of something, and like being part of the, like directing a school, so probably there is this big issue like how to think of education, how to deal with less economics, more trying to learn each other, or like how do you call it? I forget. I don't know the English word for it.
Dutch.
Well, share knowledge and share and exchange knowledge as a big thing. On the other hand, like as a designer myself, it's really about this working society that I find so much more interesting. It's a bit that you spend most time at your work, you learn the most at your work. So I think the whole professional world is the most interesting place to develop and not think just about efficiency, but like getting as much as possible people to work and enjoy their work landscape.